Hey there, today I'll be showing you how to draw Marshtomp from Pokemon. So we're going to have the character sort of facing in that direction there. So we're going to start with the eyes, starting with the one on the left. Starting from the top, we're going to draw an oval, coming down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. Up here we're going to draw a highlight. So imagine the light coming down this way. So we're going to draw a small little oval tucked in on the top corner here, starting from the left side, coming down, and then back up. In the dead center of this big oval, we're going to draw a small little black oval. So starting on the edge of the highlight, we're going to come down and then around. We'll color that in black. Let's do the exact same thing on the right side. So leaving enough space in the middle here. Before I draw from here, drawing the oval. And then we're going to draw the highlight oval on the top corner here. And we'll draw a smaller black oval in the center, starting from the side and around, and we'll color that in black. From this side, I want to draw in the head. So the head is essentially just a big oval that surrounds the eyes. So the eyes are almost just on top of the center of the oval. So I'm going to put my finger right underneath the eyes and go across this way, and I want to make the oval quite big around the head because there's going to be a gap on the side here for the spike. So I want to start on the side, go around, and I want to make sure that the side of the oval on the right is close enough to this eye here. Starting on the side, curve around, and then back around, and up to the side there. So from here, I want to draw in the inside edge of the cover over the ear on this side. So I'm going to start on the side on the top, curve down towards the bottom. Up here, curving in, then down towards the bottom. And on the end here, I'm going to draw a spike sticking out. I'm actually going to close this up just a little bit more because I don't want it to be too big. I'm going to take these 2 points and converge to a center point right about here. So drawing a straight angled line, and then coming down on the right side. Inside here, I'm going to imagine these 2 points being connected by a half circle, but just in the middle here, I'm going to draw a little curve. Let's go over to this side on the right and draw a smaller curve from the top down to the bottom. And we're going to draw a smaller spike just flipped over in behind the head. So right here, we go out to the middle and then do the same for the bottom. Let's draw in the top edge of the mouth. So just below the eyes, I want to draw a curve from left to right on these lines. Curving across, and then I'm going to draw the bottom part of the mouth. So starting up high, up here, I'm going to curve down and just connect to the bottom edge of this circle. So curving down, I'll curve back up, and tuck that in on the side. Inside the open mouth, I'm going to draw a curve for the tongue. So just on the right side here, I'm going to curve down the tongue. Up and just above the mouth, I'm going to draw 2 angled lines for the nostrils. One on the left, and then one on the right. Now we're going to go up to the top and draw the fin up on top of the head. So in the center here, in between the eyes, I'm going to move up. This is where the curve for the front edge of the fin will be. So up at the top here, I'm going to curve down. From back up at the top, I'm going to curve down to the back of the head here. So curving around this. And inside here, I'm going to draw a couple lines just to indicate the fin line. So up at the top, curve down. I'm going to move over. Curve down. I want to sort of get the same spacing in between. Up here, curve in, and then one last one on the end there. From this point, I want to draw in the arm. So I'm going to have the 2 hands sort of leaping forward. The body's going to come back this way. So I'm going to have to draw this arm on top because it gets overlapped on top of the body. So right under here, this is where the shoulder will be. The arm's going to come up this way. So I'm going to start at the top, leaving a little gap underneath the chin, curving down, and then I'm going to curve in the opposite direction. So it's a little bit of a wave. From here, I want to round out the end of the hand, and I curve down this way across the hand. I'm going to round out the corner, and then from here, I'm going to curve up and just get a little bit narrower as I get up to the top of the shoulder. So up here, I'm going to curve in towards that hand. I want to separate the fingers. So there's going to be 3 fingers, so I'm going to have to draw 2 lines going up. So right here, I'm going to curve, move over, and I'll curve up. Let's tuck in the body underneath. So just under this chin, just on the right side of center, I'm going to curve the bottom part of the belly. This is going to come around this way. So what I want to do is I want to imagine this curve going behind the arm and just under here towards the back leg. So it's almost like one continuous curve behind that arm like this. Let's tuck in the leg here. So the leg is going to come around this way. We're going to see the knee. So starting up here, we're going to do an overlap. Curving down and then curving around. From here, I want to come back about halfway down this curve and draw the foot. I'll curve around like this. Now this is going to come back to the back of the hind of the body. So the body's going to come up this way. So I'm going to come up, and now I'm going to reverse the curve, going upwards, right about here. And then I'm going to come back again and tuck this in behind that spike on the head, like that. Let's draw on some inner body detail. So there's a little patch in the belly here. So what I want to do is I want to imagine a curve going all the way across this way. Starting from the bottom, I'll curve in behind that arm, and then continue around and pull this down. Underneath the neck, there's another little detail, sort of like a reverse curve going behind this belly patch. So up here, I curve in behind, and then on the right side, I'll curve up underneath the chin. Let's draw the foot in the background here. So we're going to take this foot and draw it right in the back here. So I'm going to start with this curve here, curving in like this, and then I'm going to draw the foot back here. I'm going to overlap on top of that curve. Let's draw a few little lines for the toes. So up here, I'll draw a little curve, and beside it, I'll draw another one. Do the same for the right foot like that. Let's draw in the arm in the background here. So it's almost like taking this thing, flipping it over on this side. So we're going to start at the top here. The arm's going to come down this way. I'm going to curve down towards the front. I'm going to round out the hand, and then I curve this way, just like we did with the side. Curving towards the inside of the arm, round it out, and then I curve this back in, getting a little bit narrower as I get up to the top of the arm. So up here, I'll curve in like that. Let's separate the fingers. So again, 2 lines in here. So one right here, and then one over on the right. The last thing we're going to do is draw in the fins in the back. So back here it kind of comes up, rounds out, and it comes back around this way. So we're going to start at the base, coming out to about here. So we're going to curve in towards the body. We're going to take this and curve down. So we're going to do a sharp turn, coming down to the fin right about here. Curving down. And then we're going to do another sharp turn going in towards the body like so. Up in here we're going to draw 2 lines, kind of like how we did the hands. We're going to draw a couple curves going into the back. So starting on the top, I'm going to curve in, and then over here, I'm going to curve in. Let's draw the one in the background. So back here, we're going to make this a little bit narrower because the body's turned this way. So starting in the back here, above the spike, we're going to come up, round up the end, and then come down in the opposite direction. Do a couple separation lines here. So 1 curve, and then 2. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Marshtomp from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.